So, yesterday we started talking about our conjunctions, and we had some special conjunctions that we wanted to discuss and went over. First of all, what was one of our main three conjunctions that we first started out with last week? What was one of our main conjunctions that we started out last week? What was one of them? Yeah. And. Or. But. Okay. And, or, and but. So, with our conjunctions, we had those three conjunctions that we use to hook up together our sentences, or I should say our phrases and clauses. We watched the video, of course, but this week we've added a few more, special type of conjunction, and that conjunction is a subordinating conjunction. Okay, so again, my goal here is to help you to understand when these are used, how these are used, and how you're going to put those into sentences, and we'll get a little bit better with these as we go. With our conjunctions, again, and, but, and, or, you seem to have a pretty good understanding of that. Thumbs up if you understand those three. Okay. Right now, person closest to the window, please use but in a sentence with your elbow partner. Okay. So, person closest to the door, use but in a sentence. Norm, I want you to please. Okay? Or, the oldest between the two of you.
Oh,
You're
the oldest.
Okay. So I went to the park and I walked for 5 miles. Okay. Who had one for butt? Drew?
Actually, I just forgot one, sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
I was going to go for butt.
Yeah.
I was going to go to the festival to meet any rides, but I didn't have a ride.
Awesome. That's great. Yes. How about or? Maybe? Okay, and you're using either or. I like that. All right. If I'm using the opposite of either and or, what would be the opposite of either or?
Neither.
Neither nor. Awesome. Okay, so some subordinating conjunctions. We talked about these yesterday and Monday. Again, because, but, if, or I'm sorry, after, if, although, until, unless, while, when. There are others. that we could use. But these are some that you have on your sheets that I gave you, your little cards. As we look at our clauses, okay, an independent clause, this is something that's going to stand alone. Okay, it has a subject and a verb in the sentence. Okay, so it's a group of words with a subject and a verb, and independent clause can stand alone. So, for example, I walked to the food stand. Okay, who or what is this sentence about? Who or what is this sentence about?
Me. You.
Okay, well, I, okay, I. And what's the doing? What's the verb in this sentence? Class? Walk. Okay, so I have my verb and I have a subject of the sentence. The boys threw the ball into the air. Again, who or what is this sentence about? Class? Boys. Okay, boys is the simple subject, the boys is the complete subject. What do the boys do? Class? Threw. Okay, threw the ball into the air. So threw is the simple predicate, which is a verb. Okay, and threw the ball into the air would be the complete predicate, thinking back to what we talked about earlier in the year. So a dependent clause is not a complete thought, and it can't stand alone. All right, so when I'm tired, keeps me reaching for something else, doesn't it? When I'm tired, what?
I sleep.
Okay. So Gabby said, when I'm tired, I
Sleep.
sleep. Okay. Until the final bell rings. Again,
I go home.
do we have a subject here? No. Unless we get ice cream at lunch.
I don't
Okay.
get.
So I need to add something to these sentences. So, you know, I fall asleep when I'm tired. You know, the team plays hard until the final bell rings. Here for unless we get ice cream at lunch, yeah, the students will be mad if we, or unless we get ice cream at lunch. So again, these can't stand alone. What's another term that we've used that maybe these are what type of sentences if they're not complete? Not run-ons. Fragments, okay? Fragments. So they can't stand alone, can they? Again, a dependent clause. When I go to the library, I need some more here. Norm, let's sit up,
I
please.
sleep.
Okay?
When I go to the library,
So, I visit the history section when I go to the library. As we got into the next one here, this is kind of like this. Well, these are the sentences that we did yesterday. So let's think about this for just a second and don't blurt it out, please. Independent or dependent? Because I like to learn about famous people in history. Independent, thumbs up. Dependent, thumbs up. Okay, so can this stand alone?
No.
Yes.
No, it has because in front of it.
Dependent. I read biographies because I like to learn about famous people in history. Okay? There are times we can't. Okay. So, independent or dependent? Thumbs up for independent. Most of my friends prefer fiction. Thumbs up if you think dependent. Okay? So, yeah, this one is independent. So, the subject of the sentence is my friends. Okay, friends. What do they do? Prefer. Okay? So, this could stand alone. Independent or dependent? Although I enjoy fiction. Although I enjoy fiction. Independent, thumbs up. Dependent, thumbs up. Unsure? To the side. Dependent, although I enjoy fiction, comma, I prefer true stories. Okay? So here, instead of this one being at the end of the sentence, I prefer true stories, although I enjoy fiction. We have this at the beginning, so that clause I'm going to go ahead and put a comma after it. Independent or dependent until it is time to go home. Independent, thumbs up. Dependent, thumbs up. Dependent. I read sports magazines until it's time to go home. Okay? So, your turn here. I stay at my grandmother's house, blank, my mom picks me up. Choose one of the cards that you have that you might use here, and I'll give you just a second. I stay at my grandmother's house, blank, my mom picks me up. So choose one of your subordinate conjunctions that you have that would work in that sentence. Okay, so Norm and Davey, turn around so that you two can share. All right, so share with your elbow partner which one you chose.
It's on the left. Put your finger on your nose.
All right. So what did we use for this? Maybe you or your partner. Yeah.
Until.
Until. How many of you used until? Raise your hand. Awesome. Did anybody use anything else? Drew.
Unless.
Unless. Okay. Unless my mom picks me up. So is it possible that we could use another type of subordinate conjunction here? Yeah, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Maybe my mom picked me up someplace else. Okay.
We're in the lunchroom, right?
Yeah. For a second. Okay. So we could have multiple things that we put here as long as the sentence makes sense, and also in how that sentence is being used. Okay? One person might interpret it one way while another might interpret it another way. The second one here. We win a game. The team rings the victory bell. So choose a word from your list that you think best fits this sentence.
Okay. It's one left.
Second one. Okay, hold it up. Okay, let's see what you have. Oh, we've got a couple. Okay, I'm seeing after, I'm seeing when, I'm seeing if. Any others?
Oh, you're excited.
Yep. All right, so because. Okay. So, and we'd have to change when at that point, right? Okay. So, if we win a game, the team rings the bell. When, I like to think of this in terms as a coach, when we win the game, we're going to ring that victory bell, because it's not if we do, we are going to, right? Okay.
No.
The last one here, my brother helps. I won't do the dishes.
What?
Choose one of your cards.
Although my brother helps, I won't do the dishes.
Give everybody a chance. Okay, go ahead and share with your elbow partner what you chose. Okay. Did you? Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm probably giving an ultimatum at this point. This is going through my head. I'm giving an ultimatum. Unless my brother helps, I won't do the dishes. Okay? You might have had something else, and that's perfectly fine. Okay? So, partners, quiz each other right now. Go ahead and flip the cards over. Your partner needs to create a sentence with conjunction. I need you to take out a sheet of paper though. Sheet of paper and a pencil. So that you can write down your sentence. Okay? So, here's how we're going to do this. If Jocelyn flips hers over, the one that she flips over, Hunter has to use that one. Okay? The one that Hunter flips over, Jocelyn has to use. Okay? So, set them on your desk, sheet of paper and a pencil. And you're going to create a sentence. Also, nice. Also, capitalization, punctuation, and usage of the word. Make sure that you capitalize the beginning of the sentence. Okay? Put your in punctuation at the end. Everybody who's a sixth grader should be able to do that, and how you're using that conjunction. So, everybody should have your words flipped over upside down. Go ahead and choose one of them to flip them over. So both of you go ahead and flip one over, and you have to use the word that your partner flipped over to write a sentence. Okay, go ahead, quickly. Sorry. Use what you have. You're fine. Set it on your desk. So, Charlie, paper, right. Yeah, both of you go at the same time. Use that word in a sentence.
When I get home, I'm going to. I won't go to my until I get $1 million. But if you get the same one, like say you
Okay, so each of you should have a sheet of paper.
can I draw? No, I want it. I made them.
Both of you should use this sheet of paper. And look at it. That way you can write it with the okay? So look at your partner's sentence.
Until I get in.
Did your partner use the capitalization at the beginning of their sentence? Thumbs up if they did.
Yes, but theirs looks like a
Oh, no, Norm. This is a question that I'm asking right now. Okay? Did your partner use punctuation mark at the end? Okay? And do you feel they used their conjunction correctly? Thumbs up. Okay? Alright.
Okay, I asked my mom if I was
We'll come back and we'll do that one again. So, here's what we need to do right now. Okay, because we're about out of time. So, you're going to use 4 of the subordinating conjunctions to create a paragraph about a day at the park. Okay? And then you're going to share your paragraph with the partner while your partner proofreads it. So just 4 sentences right now. Okay? A day at the park. So I'm thinking, you know, I ride my bike when I go to the park, okay? So, I've used my subordinating conjunction when I go to the park, okay? And that has started off my sentences. Now, again, I need to come up with 3 more. So choose 4 that you want to use. You choose 4 that you want to use, and your topic is the day at the park. Okay? So, let's try to get this done here before we go to recess.
No, I just want to look.
Yes, ma'am. Yep, both of you. Both of you write your own sentence, or write your own 4 sentences. Using 4 different subordinating conjunctions. Great. So which one do you want to use first? Those 4? You thinking?
I just wrote them down.
Yeah, no, you can do it how, yeah, you can do it very easy. You absolutely can do more than 4. Great question. Ariana asked if she can do more than 4. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Sure. How many of you have 1 sentence done? How many of you have 2? 3? All 4? Awesome. Let's stop for just a second. Okay, stop for just a second. Okay. Right now, go ahead and exchange with your elbow partner regardless of where you're at. Okay. And I want your elbow partner to have a chance to read what you have written so far. You might be in the middle of a sentence. That's perfectly fine right now. Okay, but go ahead and proofread your partners up to the point where they stopped, and look for capitalization, punctuation, possibly spelling. Okay, and if they're using their conjunctions correctly. Okay, so go ahead and exchange papers.
When I go to the park, I go down. Hey, I go down the side. I always go to the park. going quick, okay? Wow.
Hey.
Pizza. Pizza.
Let's hand the papers back to the person that they belong to. Again, whenever it came time to write, excellent job of staying on task and writing. I appreciate you working hard, being a true Trojan, being responsible and respectful to your classmates. Again, we use these in times whenever we have, sometimes we have sentences that are not complete. If we have those dependent clauses, sometimes these are words that are a part of those, and so we need to make sure it's not a fragment, it's not left unattended. Make sure that we have the verb, okay, verb, and the noun in the sentence so that we can have a complete sentence. And again, we start creating more complex sentences as we start using these types of conjunctions, whether it's a compound sentence or again, a complex sentence. We'll talk more about complex and compound probably tomorrow, okay? And we'll take a look at these. So before we go to recess, I want those sheets all turned into the basket for me. Thank you. Huh?
I went really fast.
Yes. Keep your cards. Keep your cards. I use them tomorrow. Sleep. Then get home tonight. You better be about before that. Okay. If you have everything picked up, chair pushed in, you may go.
Oh, why? Sitting at the bench touch. What, really? Why do you always ask me that? Yeah, well, I'm just writing. I don't know, but it's kind of figuring me out. I believe it's something they're required to do just to show how he acts as a teacher. But there's really more just trying to figure out
Girls? What are you up to?
I was just pretty cut into it.
So ladies,
What do you practice for?